Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to discuss the installation process for WordPress when running on a local host. Remember, the local host is essentially just running on your computer and you're not running on a remote server. So this is the process that you'd be working on before you would like to take it live if you aren't already building within a staged environment. Okay, so for us to get started, what you would need to do is download an application called Xampp. Okay. And basically Xampp is what creates the virtual server for us. So we are running on a Mac. And then we'll just go and download that, hit OK. I already have mine installed, so I'm just going to head over to mine quickly. So to access Xampp, what you would want to do is go to Applications, and you'll find it all the way at the bottom. Find a Xampp folder there, and what you're looking for is this manager. Just double click on that. Just going to request a password, and there we go. Alright, so now we've got a little control panel here where we can manage our servers. Right. So basically what we would need is our MySQL database and our Apache web server. You can just hit start all if you'd like, and you can also run the FTP as well. Okay, so we're just waiting for all these lights to go green, and then our server is up and running. Okay, so while we're waiting for that as well, I'd just like for you to head over to wordpress.org in your browser. And in wordpress.org, this is where we would download WordPress itself. Okay, so we're not actually working with the wordpress.com option, which is the free option, which runs on WordPress's servers. Here we're going to be working with our own servers, so we're going to do our own fresh install. So we click on Get WordPress, and it's going to start the download as well. I've also already downloaded this, but at the moment, as we can see, we're at 5.4.1 version of WordPress. Okay, great. So all systems are go for our virtual server. All right. So yeah, the installation process is rather simple. All we would need to do is inside our Xampp folder, in the htdocs folder, we can go and create a brand new folder, and this new folder is going to be our root folder. So I'm going to call this root folder code and learn. Okay, so that's going to be the name of our website. Let's say our WordPress site. So if we go in there, we'll see that it's completely blank, and this is now where that WordPress download that we downloaded is going to come in handy. So I'm just going to minimize my screen here, and I have gone and downloaded the WordPress file within here. Just going to unzip that. Going to head into the folder itself. I'm going to hit Command A to select all, Command C to copy, and head over to Code and Learn and hit Command V to paste. Okay, we've just gone and pasted all of those files in there. Fantastic. Now for us to get started, all we need to do is a good test to make sure that your virtual server is running as well is to type in localhost at the very top of your browser. And if you're seeing this, some form of Xampp index folder, then you are good to go. that means that you have connected correctly. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to access the folder that we just created inside Xampp, which is learn and code and learn, sorry. Around. Okay, so that's when we access code and learn, which is that folder that we created inside our HT docs, and we added our WordPress files in there. So this now goes and grabs our installation file and says, okay, great. These are the things that you're going to need for this installation. All right, so let's hit let's go, and we'll just work through them as we go. Okay, so firstly we'll need a database name. Right, so unfortunately we don't have a database name yet because we don't have a database yet. So if you head back to that localhost, just in the dashboard, you'll be able to access another section which is called PHP MyAdmin. You can do that as well by just typing in localhost/PHP MyAdmin as well, which will just take you directly into that. Okay, so those are the two ways of reaching this section. Okay, so this is now we would control our databases, and we would be able to create a database over here so that we can actually have one to add our WordPress files to. Okay, so when we click on new, we're just going to click on create new database. So here we're going to give it the name, okay, and that's the name that WordPress is looking for. So this name I'm going to stick to the name of my website, alright, Code and Learn, and I'll just add a capital DB at the end for database. Okay, so let's just go and create. Once that's created, we'll see it here in our left sidebar, and we'll see that our structure is completely blank. Here we have the option to start creating tables and so forth, but we're not doing that. Okay, luckily WordPress will do that with our installation process for us. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to take that name, Code and Learn DB. Okay, I just copied that, and I'm just going to paste that into my database name. All right, so username over here, because we're using Xampp, username is root, okay, by default. Xampp also doesn't use a password. We'll leave our database host as localhost, and our table prefix we could also change up just to assist with spam bots messing about. So let's say learn and code. Okay, LAC at the end. Okay, and submit. Okay, great. So everything's done correctly. Now, if you're not seeing this on a Windows computer, that's 100% because Windows doesn't have some of the permission issues that Mac has. So I wouldn't really refer to them as issues, but Mac sort of has a problem with rewriting to this file at the moment. So we need to just go and do that manually. So all we do is, once again, we click in this panel, we hit Command C to copy all of that code, and we're going to head over to that learn and code file that we created inside htdocs. Okay, in there we're going to look for the wp-config-sample.php. So I'm just going to open that up in any text editor. At the moment I'm just using brackets, so I'm just going to open that up. Alright, so essentially this is now just it's got all of the info there, but it's blank with content. So I'm just going to hit Command A to select, and I'm going to delete all of that, and then I'm going to hit Command V to paste in my new info. Okay, so as we can see, there's now some actual content placed within these sections. and then we'll just save that. Right, Command S to save. Then we head back here, and we just need to rename this file because WordPress requests that it is a wp-config.php. Okay, so yeah, we don't need that sample in there. We just go and remove that. Okay, and now it knows what file to look at, and it's been updated. So now we can just run the installation if we say, okay, we've now completed your request. Okay, so next step is here we can now go and set up the site title for our site. So I'm just going to call that code and learn. Here I'm going to set up a username of admin, and I'm going to set up a password of admin as well. Okay, so this is now just for testing purposes. Please never use admin. This is too easy to guess, and password, please try and stick with a hardcore password which has got caps and letters and special characters and numbers and the works in there. Okay, but this is now just for demonstration purposes. So now we need to confirm, yes, that we're going to be using this weak password. We can put our email address in there as well. Okay, at the moment I'm just going to do a dummy one, but yeah, for your real site you would actually put your email address in there. And we don't need to discourage search engines. We're not actually running anything live, so search engines can't access our site in any case. Okay, so let's go and install. Fantastic. Okay, so WordPress has been installed. We've got a success message. Username admin. As we know, the password is also going to be admin. So for us to log into our back end, all we need to do is type in admin, and as you can see, admin there as well. Okay, log into the back end of our WordPress site, and there you go. Here's your WordPress dashboard, and if we view the front end, you'll see this is the default WordPress theme. I really hope that this little tutorial helps you, and that you can start setting up some cool WordPress sites. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and see you soon. Cheers. Bye.